Hey guys, this is Ray from Phone Arena. We're live at MWC and we have Drew Bamford here with us from HTC. He is an Assistant Vice President for User Experience at HTC, here to talk a little bit about the new Sense user interface. Hi Drew, how are you? Enjoying the show?
Ray.
Yeah. So let's get down to business and talk about the new Sense UI. Tell us a little bit the main principles behind the changes you made to Sense as opposed to the previous iteration of the user interface.
So with this version of Sense, what we really wanted to do was cater to the specific needs of our customers. And we've spent quite a bit of time over the past year observing how people use their phones.
Yeah.
And what we think we're doing now is really hitting on their key needs. Needs like being able to consume content in feed form right on their home screen, the ability to capture more compelling content with their camera,
Yeah.
And the ability to share the sound experience with their friends.
All right. Thanks. So we had a chance to play with the device yesterday, and it's really great. And we find that the new Sense UI is a bit more simplistic, a bit cleaner than previous versions of the interface. Is that going to make it, I don't know, easier for you guys to push the new versions of Android OS as they come out, because you always have to optimize your version of Sense to the new Android updates? Will this make it a bit more easy for you, streamline the process a little bit so that...
We think we've gotten quite good at actually integrating Sense with new versions of Android, so we think we'll be very quick with the updates. We also, on the flip side, think that our new simplified version of the Android experience will appeal to a broader segment of customers. So we're really hoping we've made Android more usable and more compelling for a larger number of people.
All right. That's great to hear. Tell us a little bit Blink Feed. It takes center stage at your new user interface. So let's just get a quick introduction to the general idea here.
So the idea of Blink Feed was we did quite a bit of research with our customers and found that actually they're not using the widget-based home screen on their Android phones very much. And we felt this was an opportunity to bring a more compelling content experience directly onto your home screen.
Yeah.
So the idea is every time you turn on your phone, Blink Feed brings you new content, fresh content, something that you can snack on while you're in line at Starbucks or waiting for the bus.
Yeah.
And that content is an aggregation of your social content from Facebook and Twitter, and also premium news content from our news partners worldwide, which include everybody from the major news wires like AP to ESPN to MTV. So you can have great, rich content on your home screen. You can tap into that content and immediately see a full article view that you can read in the context of your home screen without having to link out to the web. And you can really have this great snacking experience right on your home screen.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about customization options for Blink Feed. How can the user customize what they're getting on their screen?
So if you go into this topics and services area, the first thing you'll see is our featured providers, and this will be different region by region, but we'll feature about 15 content providers in this area. If you'd like to subscribe to more general news topics, you pivot over to this view, and we have a full selection of different kinds of content topics. Some of them are hierarchical. If you go into entertainment, for example, there are 4 subtopics.
Yeah.
And over on this first pivot is where we have our applications and services. So you can opt into Facebook, Flickr, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. For your social content from the internet. Also, you can feature content from some of the local applications on the device. So for example, in the morning you could get an agenda update from your calendar. We can bubble up special content from your gallery. So if we notice that you happen to look at or like a particular photo in your gallery, we may bubble it up sometime after you've captured it. And then, for example, if you like certain TV programs in the TV app, we can bubble up reminders when those TV programs are coming on.
And what happens if the user is not really enjoying Blink Feed? Can they kind of remove it or turn it off from the home screen?
Right, so if you're more of a traditional Android home screen user, you can pivot over to this panel, which is a traditional widget and shortcut-based home screen, and you can make that your home screen.
All right.
Likewise, you can make our new All Apps area your home screen if that's what you prefer. And the new All Apps area is much more powerful and simplified at the same time, in the sense that you can create folders, you can group icons, put them in any order you want here. So this can function as a very functional home screen if you like.
Okay. the HTC Zoes, also a very key feature of the new Sense interface. Would you explain to us a bit about how they work exactly? Because it's a kind of a complex feature. It's simple for the users, but the technology behind it, it's a bit more
Yeah, I think it
sophisticated.
can be difficult to explain. It's actually quite simple to experience, but the idea is really just to capture more rich content when you capture a moment, so that when you relive that moment, it feels more alive. So we're capturing both a burst of images and video simultaneously when you capture a Zoe, and it's a 4-second Zoe moment that includes about 20 still images and about 3 seconds of video. And that allows us to do things like create these really cool highlight videos. So if I go into my photos, look at the event view, I can find an event. For example, this is a recent ski trip that I went on, and we can automatically generate this video based on the content that you've captured with Zoe and with photos and videos. The way the content is stored is really just as photos and videos on your device, so it's easy. You can do whatever you want with it. It's the same as any other photos and videos you've captured, but we present it in a unique way in the gallery.
All right. Can I download the Zoes to my PC, for example,
Yes,
or
you can.
computer?
So you can, over USB, you can do
It's in a standard format, right? So I can do whatever I want
That's right.
with them. And how can I customize the Zoes? Are there any options that I can tweak?
Yeah, so in the Zoes
Can I remove certain frames that I'm not really comfortable with, other sync?
You can. So if you go into a Zoe, you'll see you get some controls. So it'll play. And then the cool thing you can do is, if you miss the right moment when you were capturing the Zoe, you can actually rewind. So you'll see there's this pre-capture area here, and I can go back in time to get the right frame, or I can zoom forward. So I can pick the frame that I want, I can extract frames, I can delete frames, I can share particular frames. And then because we have all this data, we can even do some cool special effects. Like we have a special kind of stop action mode that'll composite multiple frames and show people moving through the frame. You can do object removal if there's something in the frame that you don't like, as well as all the typical editing effects that we support for other images.
All right, so there's obviously a lot of value in the new Sense user interface, and I'm certain that users are going to enjoy it very much. But are there any older, HTC handsets, smartphones like the HTC One X, for example, which is still a very powerful, very popular smartphone out there? Is it, or maybe some other smartphone, going to receive the new Sense experience?
So we of course want to enable some of these cool new features for our existing customers. So we're working on figuring out which of the new features we can port to some of the old devices.
All right.
So stay tuned.
Great news. Thank you, Drew. Thanks for your time here at MWC.
Thanks a lot.
Please enjoy
Good
the
to see
show.
you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.